In this video, I'm going to take the same 20 photos from a recent photo shoot and make videos with both AutoReel and VideoTour.ai. Let's see which one you like better.
Hey there, this is Scott with Showing Austin. Let's take a look at it. First, we're going to go through AutoReel. And with AutoReel, after you see your previous tours, which I skipped, and you go to create another one, it's going to ask you if you either want to take available images, which I have none here. I've deleted them off, but you can use available images from previous uploads, or select 20 images. When you go to your upload photos area of AutoReel, you'll see an interesting option here. You can actually import from realtor.com or zillow.com if you're going to do it as a realtor, which this definitely pertains to, or if you're going to do a realtor a favor. But by and large, as a professional photographer like myself, I'm going to use high quality HDR photos, which, by the way, the advantage for doing this over in ordinary traditional video is not just the speed of producing a video like product or service. It's actually a slideshow on steroids. You still get animations, but what you also get, which may not be on the forefront of people's minds, you get better color, better lighting, and better horizons from the still photos. So let's take a look at taking my 20 favorite photos, and notice it asks them to be 10 megabytes max. I'm going to upload my 20 photos here. It thinks one of them is more than a 10 megabyte max. I'm going to add that last shot that I just downsized, so this will give me the 20. There you have it. So let's go ahead and hit next. And then here's where you can drag and reorder. I got to give it to AutoReel. It's very simple. There's some features you'll see that may not be as advanced for a pro photographer, but they're certainly pretty good for a realtor. So here's where you can drag and drop. What I'd love to see is a numerical order here. It actually might be a numerical order. I take that back. But you really have to kind of click as you go in the order you want it to see. It's not quite numerical order. You see, I want to have the house entrance in the front, the foyer in there, and then I hit the living room after that. And then I go into the kitchen. As you can see here is where I'm going into the kitchen, coming back around the kitchen. Now, there's some other really neat areas of this home. This is a vacation rental, so I want to take that in mind when I'm kind of doing a layout. I then go into a nice little hallway here that has a really cool piano. Typically, I want to show all rooms as something, but this one, it was basically an office that wasn't in as good a shape as the rest of the house. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go upstairs, and we're going to show this little loft area next before I get to the bedrooms. I do like to show the master bedroom first, which is this main shot. It's also this little patio balcony in the master. Then I'm going to go into the bathroom, which has some pretty cool features, the tub and shower as such. And then there's some extra rooms that I'm going to highlight pretty quickly here. Matter of fact, I notice I missed another another master bedroom shot. Simply add it in. You can arrange it as you want to, as I put in here after the other master shot, that the master balcony, master bath. Then I'm going to go in and do this other room. And then the bathroom between the other rooms, the third room. So I kind of mix it up and put other bedroom, bathroom, other bedroom. And lastly, a shot of the backyard. And then I'm going to hit next. So I got my 20. This is where the magic, so to speak, comes, and the customization comes with AutoReel. You'll notice here, the first thing you can do is you can choose an auto motion, or you can choose push in, push out, orbit right, and orbit left. It gives you a quick little sample here of pushing in. Obviously, just a quick zoom in with animation. This is the secret sauce of image to video. This is usually what you'll see. Not everyone gives you an orbit option, which is pretty cool. It's orbiting to the right here and orbiting to the left here. I like to personally do them on a manual basis so I can kind of highlight certain things in each room. So I'm going to do that real quick and show you what I do here. I'm going to just push into the front yard. I'm going to push out of the foyer. I'm gonna probably orbit into this living room here, but I'm gonna orbit to the right, so it'll kind of show that chair. Now, one thing I do notice with AI image to video, if you see my other videos, there's a lot of issues with adding artifacts to parts of the picture that obviously aren't there. You're gonna get that in orbits, sometimes in sliders, etc., when the image just doesn't push in and push out. And when it starts orbiting or parallaxing, it sometimes will add rooms and furniture that don't really exist. So you have to be careful of that. Now, the living room here, I'm going to just kind of push in to the window. Actually, I'm going to push out because we don't see too close on the street here. But I want to show the scene. So I'm going to push out there. I'm going to probably push into this dining area leading to the kitchen. And then as you see here, we're going into some extra shots. We have the kitchen here. You know, I can probably push auto here and see what happens. Let's say leave it at auto. On the kitchen here, I'm going to do an orbit left. But be careful, orbit left, you might think it's orbiting right. I'm going to actually orbit right, it's turning everything to the right. Orbit left is turning everything to the left. So let's do orbit left, turn towards the inside of the kitchen. And then this, we're just going to push into the island. Remember, we left auto here. And then number 9, we're kind of on a piano. Let's leave it auto too. Let's see what it comes up with. This little loft area here, I'm going to go ahead and orbit to the right into the TV. I'm sorry, orbit or left, even it confuses me. And the master, we're going to zoom in or push in. It's really a zoom in. And the other master shot, we can just leave it on auto, see what it does. And then the balcony, I'm going to go and push in as well. The bathroom, I'm a concern because it's such a tight shot that an orbit would definitely add some artifacts here. So let's leave it on auto, see what it does. And then the bathroom here, we'll do a push out. And the shower, we're going to do a push out. In fact, I may change my mind and do push in. And this room, we're going to maybe orbit to the left. I'm always going to confuse myself. No, let's orbit right towards that furniture. Bathroom here, let's just push in. I'm always going to check myself in the orbit right and left. Let's orbit left for this bedroom. Last shot here, let's push out. I always like to push out for a last shot. Definitely going to keep it landscape for now. We're going to choose audio by either going into what I've uploaded before, because I do have a license, or from what they give you. I'm going to, as a test, see if what they give you is actually licensed on YouTube. Now, they have come up with a new V25 engine here, the latest model designed to prove more accurate results. My last test, my last video, I did V24. Let's try V25 by all means, and for sure, the 1080 resolution. If you have a free account and the 2 free videos a month, you're only getting 720. You really don't get to see what this can really do. I'm going to leave the intro text off. That might be good for realtors as well as outro text. The font style is not necessary, but when you do have it, I do know that, just to show you, there's some very basic font options here. They don't really give you the font names and such. I'm going to not use a profile or branding for this. I'm just going to go ahead and create the video, and we'll see what it does. This is what it gave us here, a 1-minute video with those 20 pictures. Let's take a look. That's a real neat ending there. Even though I wanted to push out, it kind of dropped down. It kind of looked cool. A couple things I want to point out here is when you go into the quick edit, and they will let you see, you will not use any credits. 6 out of 6 click updates are available. Learn more. So each account you have, they give you a certain amount of edits per video. It is limited. So redos and swaps, they'll get into this here. There's a blog post in February 22nd, 25. So basically saying redos let you regenerate a clip with AI to resolve hallucinations or improve visual quality. So they give you a certain amount of credits to do this with. And they show you how it works here. edit, swap, redo, and here it is. Who gets access and how many? The essential and growth plan gets 4 per video. Pro plan gets 5. There's no credits used for editing, redos, swaps. Features are free and don't consume your video credits. I can do further videos on those specifics if people want me to. Please drop a note in there. But I wanted to kind of let you know there are some things you can do with edits, but they are limited with AutoReel. Really quickly, I will show you how to do those redo and swaps. You're going to come into your quick edit function under the video. You want to make sure you go to next and go past your photos if you're not going to change any of the photos out. Inside of this update button for each photo, you'll have the redo or swap ability. So that will allow you to either swap that photo or redo that photo. The really cool thing about AutoReel is they have a studio feature. So the studio feature is really nice if you want to drop in a modern title, if you want to play with some media here, if you want to kind of trim and splice like you would with a traditional editor, even add the text. You can add audio and upload the audio. Remember, we're going to do a test and I'll make a comment at the end of the video as to whether or not this was the copyright issue or not. Most services do not have that kind of license. At the end of this video, I will do a pricing comparison between AutoReel and VideoTour.ai. So stay tuned to the end of the video to see that. For now, let's check out the process of making a tour on VideoTour.ai. And here is the layout of VideoTour.ai. Not as basic, but still pretty simple. So when you go to create a new video tour here, it also actually asks you what industry you're in. I'm not so sure if it really makes a difference, but I choose Airbnb and vacation rentals. Then I'll take those same 20 photos that I used for AutoReel and I'll place them in here. AutoReel did not put them in numerical order. It put them in some kind of an order. Probably an AI tries to guess the order. Where I am in Austin, it's very difficult to guess an order. A lot of bedrooms are downstairs, and there's Austin's weird, so there's different things in different parts of the house, especially some older houses. So I still go through there with a fine-tooth comb, and I'll make sure they're in the order that I want them to be in. So here they're already uploaded. See, it says AI will automatically sort your photos. You can also manually rearrange them later. So you can't do this ahead of time like you can with AutoReel. So you're going to have to leave them here for now. You can add some extra instructions for the AI if you really want to get into prompting, because it's a little bit more advanced with the AI. It does let you prompt, and it shows you a lot of other extra animation options later that I'll show you when the video comes back. But you can basically add some context. You can put the address property here, which I believe will drop some text in the beginning, which I don't want to do. And the examples of the context inside of the AI generation here is bright and quiet 2-bedroom. It's basically some descriptions, and that's also going to be part of the tour, which is, again, like AutoReel, great for realtors and such. Video settings, background music, absolutely. I'm going to choose the YouTube version. I know from doing some recent video, it does not allow you to upload to YouTube without a copyright restriction. I was told that eventually it might change, but for now I'm going to choose the YouTube video it comes with so you can hear how it assigns. I'm not going to add captions, but it is really nice and gives you a lot more design and font choices. You can personalize it here with choices, which you cannot do as of right now with AutoReel, even the uppercase, lowercase, background opacity, and roundness as such. Not going to get too deep into that now, but I want to show you this possible. So we're going to go ahead and create the video. Again, we've got the 20, simply just uploaded them. So 6 minutes later, I do get what looks like the layout of the video being done. It's just not populating the preview, but I can at least scroll through here and see the different options. So what happens is it gives you the preview in a second, and it will give you each image in order. So the first thing you could do is reorder it, and it's real easy to do, and I'll show you how. You can also decide on the starting ending time of each one. So you have the order, the starting and ending time. You can click here, show longer. And I did skip over add captions, which we didn't do smart timing, which I absolutely want to do. I want it to match the beat of the music. That's the secret sauce of any of these nice sites that let you do multiple pictures without having to process one image and video at a time. Split screen montage is a new feature that's supposed to be doing a split screen clip for the vertical format. The point here is I want to show you the ability to recreate and renumber these things. These are actually the first two I'd want anyway. And then we want that next. It looks like it's starting to get better at the numerical file names and putting it into the order that I would want, which is great. Living room into the dining room into the kitchen, and still the kitchen. The kitchen is exactly how I would have wanted it. As a matter of fact, in the previous video, you saw me ordering this in the same way. Loft up top, great. Master. The other master bedroom shot, which I forgot to put in order originally by hand. I already know this is the back of the house. Even it went upstairs and started into the master. That was all great. But order number 13, knowing there's 20 pictures, all you got to do here is drop in a 20 because I know I want that in the end and hit return. Now it's going to show me the 13 that pops up, which is the master bath, which is great. Master shower, master sink, that's fine. Then it goes into the other room because we already had the loft and master, or the primary, I should say, forgive me, the primary bedroom, the first bedroom, first extra bedroom. Now remember, this is actually the master. So let's move it up to the master. So I already showed you how you can put a number here where I dropped the last shot to number 20. We want to put that master shot, the primary patio, after the two interior shots and before the bath. So that would be not 12, but 13 to go before this bath, which is currently 13. So let's go to that balcony shot, and you can either put a 13 here, or the other nice thing is you can just arrow up that to place it where you want to place it, which is going to be after that second bedroom shot. So that's the nice thing there. You have the two choices of the numerics or just adding it up. So we got the one of the extra bedrooms, the extra bath, which is great, and the extra bedroom after that bath, which is what I wanted, and then the last shot here. So that is basically the order I wanted it at. It's still working on the preview, but the ability to really get in here and kind of work these orders is nice. I want to now show you that with these images, you can actually not only preview the selection here, let's preview a living room shot here. You get a preview, which is going to be in that long preview video, which is great. But it also lets you change the animation. This is one of the benefits and extra features that does come at a cost of credits, but you can change animations in a number of ways. The really neat thing is you can actually add a second photo from the same room at a different angle. I actually did a video on this, and I can drop the link in here as well, where I did a video just on this feature, what it looks like when you add a second photo from a different angle. I think it works really well. Amazing, actually, from certain rooms like dining rooms when you want to kind of show different angles, or bedrooms, or really big rooms, living rooms, which this works really well at. But it does actually take you another credits, but you can add another angle here. And also describe the motion. So here the example is slow zoom into the living room seating. You can get real specific with AI prompting, which some people love, some people don't want to bother with. You can also choose a preset here. So you can change that to either zoom in, zoom out, pivot left, pivot right, which is kind of like that orbit. Upwards and downward is just kind of neat. Day to night for exterior shots, which I haven't tried yet, or drone fly through, which I'll probably do another video on later. Now, the really neat premium features is you can enable premium animation for better AI motion, which is going to help you with the quality of it overall. Haven't tried it yet, but I want to. Or you can do Google VO3, which is brand new for an 8-second video. It does take a lot of credits. Now, I am told the VO3 will be really good if you want to kind of animate features like a car coming through a garage, maybe a window opening for real estate, maybe a faucet coming on. Probably really neat, but right now I just want to kind of give you the overview of what this allows you to do. So we've got the video back from VideoTour.ai. Let's check it out. So that was the video. The three things I'm going to highlight after the video is back is to first remember you can always change your positions by number or arrow. And then the neat thing here is you can actually reduce the time of each clip and you can separate them in certain orders. So you can say, let's end it at the 4th second. You can say, I want to start at the 1st second and end it at the 4th second or portions of the second. So it really is a nice option for you there. And remember, you can always remove animations and then get your drop down menus back that will look like this. And then change your choice between automatic, or I like to have more control, zoom in, zoom out, pan left or right. And then what I really like the feature here is a zoom in left, zoom in right. And of course you have the other animations here. I want to show you really quickly the 3 additional animations I made on this video that really stood out. I went into here on the front shot to change the animation. I chose enable premium animation. And in addition to enabling that premium animation, I added some prompting here, which was slowly push you to the front door while the trees move. So the effect I wanted to get here was a sharper look, a smoother look, and it did just that. Looks really incredible, like a very steady video footage. The other one I did after that was this living room. I wanted to actually add the fan moving. I wanted that ceiling fan to move in slow motion as if I would do in a real video. And I also chose, again, the enable premium automation there. And here's the result. Slow push in, really incredible, sharp as a tack. In the past, we saw the carpeting kind of give a hallucination effect. Not the case here. The third and final one I did the extra animation for was this kitchen island. Entering the kitchen, I thought it would be a really good effect to do a parallax and show part of the outdoor space because I had a little bit of room to the right. So I did just that. A slow, steady clockwise pan around the center. So this is what you get with that. Pretty neat. Very minimal stabilization issues there at the end if you really want to get nitpicky, but wow, that happens on human bodies as well. This is pretty incredible. So those are the 3 animations for 20 credits each I did. I think it was well worth it. I promised a look at the copyright on YouTube. And as you can see here, the AutoReel copyright test came up as a restriction. And if you see the restriction, even though it says it may not affect your channel, not too sure, quite honestly, if it's going to affect your monetization, should that matter to you. Now, the Video Tour actually came up with no copyright restriction. It has in the past. So either this song wasn't affected or the songs they have now are not affected at all. But the one thing they do give you on VideoTour.ai in the music section, by the way, is they do give you an attribute to include in your YouTube video that's supposed to help with this monetization. Just thought I'd throw this out there. And lastly, I'm going to go through the pricing real quick for AutoReel. For the free account, they do have 2 videos per month, but it is only 5 videos and it's $7.20 up to 15 seconds. The Essential Growth and Pro plans give you a different amount of videos, different amount of images, 50 or 20, the amount of seconds those videos can go for, 45 to 60. You do get 1080 for everything. The big difference is the amount of edits you get, 3, 4, and 5. You can take a look at the monthly versus yearly prices. The monthly can be as much as 20 of a video, and the yearly can be as little as 11. So you're looking at between $11 and $20 per video on AutoReel. And we jump over to VideoTour.ai. For monthly to annual, it could be as little as 49 cents to $3.90. You do get 10 videos, 40 videos, or 200 videos. And by the way, they do have 1 free video. And that's one time, not every month. They do not limit the amount of time per video, and they do give you unlimited revisions. Yes, there's a huge gap in the pricing, but do keep in mind the extra animations could add up if you use a lot of them.
They're both great pieces of software. It really is a matter of your price point and your patience and your need to get more micro with these different products. VideoTour AI obviously gives you the ability to do micro editing of your videos with the AI promptings. It's advanced in that way. AutoReel, in my opinion, is advanced in the basics, in the simplicity. Let me know in the comments below if you care to see any more detailed videos on the features of each. And remember, I have affiliate links in the description. I also have the past videos I've done on each and others in the description as well.